India has always influenced the outcome of the Indian Ocean geopolitics to a large extent. In the Muslim kingdoms, the Arab kingdoms was another, and for some time Indonesia and that area from the time of Sri Vijaya onwards. So this is basically Asia. Of course, colonial rule meant that we were shoved into the backwaters, but nevertheless, we were one of the most important regions in World War II. And after independence, we started reasserting identity. Firstly, even before independence, Prime Minister Nehru summoned the Asian Relations Conference. This was followed by Prime Minister John Kotalawala, who summoned the Colombo Powers Conference, which in turn summoned the Bandung Conference. Bandung is the key watermark. That is where the Asian identity was established. And we've carried that forward. Thereafter, Prime Minister Nehru, with President Tito and Nasser, started the non-aligned movement. You had to include Indonesia, who was responsible for summoning the second Bandung Conference, Asia-African Conference, and also Sri Lanka, which got involved. So, India, Indonesia, Sri Lanka has been involved throughout. Pakistan and Myanmar at different stages dropped out. Now, what has happened now? In the last 5 years, we have come to the forefront for different reasons. One is the continuing the build-up of tensions over Taiwan and in Asia, in East Asia, which has resulted in China shifting its emphasis to the Indian Ocean. And the Silk Route the BRI has played a prominent role. The only question that has come is with the debt crisis of how the debt is to be handled by China. So that's one issue that's come up. But during the process, one thing else happened. The Ukraine war, the sanctions imposed by the West did not result in the collapse of the Russian economy. It just shifted eastward. If you look at the amount of oil that is being refined in the Gulf refineries, it is far more than what is found in the Middle East. With the Russian and the Iranian oil, no one knows, we don't know what we are buying. There's a certificate. But whole of the Russian economy shifted here into this region towards Singapore and Hong Kong. But this became the main region with Dubai. So Russia has not collapsed, but the Russian economy instead of looking westward has come eastward. And the money is here. The road to Central Asia lies through Iran, and India is helping Iran also in developing the second pole. So you got a second group there. Third one is India. India itself become one of the largest economies, and Indian market will keep expanding till late 21st century. So look at the potential for India, which everyone has recognized. And next is Indonesia. And finally, South Africa. So you can see how the new power balancers have come. First was the issue of the US-Chinese rivalry, which brought China in here. Secondly, presence of Russia, rise of Iran, even Turkey is showing interest, and a larger presence of China as it happened there. So these and then the rise of the Asian powers. But it goes beyond that. For instance, you have the Shanghai Cooperation countries bordering the Indian Ocean, 3 of them. Another aspect are the BRICS. The majority of the BRICS are in this region. These are the ones who are challenging the supremacy of the dollar. You take India, you take South Africa, Saudi Arabia, take Iran, even Egypt. So all those countries are around the Indian Ocean. So the center has come back here because we were somehow other Indian nations want to take the lead again. That's happening. Then within it, what are we committed to? Sri Lanka is committed with the strategic position to ensure there is no big power rivalry and the freedom of navigation. The freedom of navigation has led us now to take part in the operations in Prosperity Guardian in the Red Sea. Because as you see now, as the rates go up, Suez Canal is important for us. During the 6-day war, when the canal was closed, for 10 years, the Colombo port suffered. So we have to ensure that there is, as far as we are concerned, freedom of navigation exists there. The main issues have been the Somali pirates and now the Houthis. Houthis themselves, terrorist organization, because we have recognized the Yemen government. Other issue which is now coming up is the undersea domain as far as security is concerned. How do you deal with that? So we feel now that Indian Ocean is the future. Then what is our relationship? How do we fit into the Indo-Pacific? That's something that has to be worked out. I think we have to sit down and discuss it.